from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Yeah, today we're going to do it Bosnian style. We're going to start Bosnian style anyway. We are going to go for a little dip inside this freshwater pool, and it's really cold.
I believe it's about between 10 and 12 degrees as well, so
it's going to warm us up nicely for the day. We're currently in the lovely little town of
Trebinje, I believe it's pronounced.
Yeah. It's also got a lovely little old town as well, which we're going to go exploring. We actually stayed here last night, but it's beautiful. Definitely a hidden gem.
It kind of looks like a smaller version of Mostar, to be honest. They've got their own famous bridge as well, which we'll probably show you guys.
Yeah. But we're off to a monastery after anyway, so anyway, let's go and get cold. What's that, about 12 degrees? So tired. Towel please. Stuff than you think it's going to be.
So after that very refreshing swim,
too refreshing,
we're going to head into the old town and we're going to grab a coffee and we're probably going to go see the famous bridge as well. We're just heading to the old town and we could smell something so sweet and nice, and we found this bakery and this donut was
0.60 mark.
Yeah.
30p.
Yeah, and it's the size of my head, like literally, and it tastes so good.
So
if you're here, definitely pop into that bakery because it is amazing. So we just found this cute little cafe within the old town walls, and for 2 of these coffees was €2.80 mark, which is the equivalent to roughly about €1.50.
So originally we weren't actually going to stay here in Trebinje until we walked into the old town on the first night. Yeah. That's why I've just decided to film here today. It's so charming.
And it's so nice that like all the restaurants are inside the old town walls, and they're just so nicely intact. It doesn't really look like it's been touched.
And they're still cheap as well.
Yeah.
So it's a really affordable place to go. So it's probably worth the day trip from Dubrovnik. It's really close to Dubrovnik. It's only a half-an-hour drive, depending on the queue of the border. And there's also a lovely little park here as well. We're going to go and explore that now. So for those of you that are interested in our van life bit, we've actually been staying here the past 2 nights. It's quite safe. I know it doesn't look the best, but it's right next to these baths that we was in this morning.
So just like Mostar, Trebinje also has a starry mast as well, which translates to Old Bridge. Now this one behind us was built in 1650 and rebuilt in 1966.
So it didn't get destroyed in the war, this one, unlike the one at Mostar.
From this bridge you can actually see the monastery, which is one of the most famous landmarks here in Trebinje.
And that's where we're off to next.
So the reason why I lit a candle in there is because my great grandma passed away quite recently, and unfortunately I wasn't there for the funeral or to see her. So I'm paying my respects here, knowing that she's looking down at me and thinking it's in a beautiful monastery, and I know she'll be happy.
Guys, even if you're not passionate about coming up here to look at the monastery, it's probably the best viewing point for the whole town, so do not miss it out.
Okay, so after exploring the monastery, we are heading down 2 hours towards Mostar to some beautiful waterfalls.
Ewrhys waterfalls.
And that's where we will be staying there tonight.
Hopefully we found a spot to stay. It's going to be quite scenic, so we're really excited. I'm more excited for that really. But let's go. Hello from the future, guys. Thank you for watching today's video. I'm going to be doing something a bit different with today's footage. I'm going to be splitting it up into 2 separate videos. So obviously today's video was Trebinje in the Herzegovina region of Bosnia and Herzegovina. We was that impressed with it, we're going to obviously leave it as just this video. So in around about an hour's time, I'm going to upload the second part of the video, which is the Ewrhys waterfalls. And I just wanted to give that its own video because it's just such an amazing place and it deserves it. So keep tuned and I'll see you in an hour.
Join in.